Well, hi world. I'm still having a swollen lip, so talking is still not so comfortable for me, but I can do some. So I'm going to try, but whatever accent comes out is what we have, and it's going to be short. I've beaten my lips like 4 times this week. And I've been putting some balm on it and stuff. So I didn't do general inspiration, motivation, and encouragement today. Uh, I've also been under some kind of weather, these things suck. The the saliva that keeps touching it and stuff, So I'm just thinking, mom life balance, daughter life balance, what keeps me going, choices and faith through it all. Yeah, I'm currently at my mom's. I came here since afternoon and I'm still around. I'm waiting for backup. And I was with my son this morning because, after he tried to sell his books on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I put him on a regimen which which needs me to be there, like non-stop. Immediately he comes back from school. Yeah, it happened on Tuesday. So you see, like the week started Monday, Tuesday, it happened. So I really got so worked up. I had to whip him. Like, I asked him how many, he said 20. And even after those 20, it's like that was nothing for him. And my hands were paining and I was shaking. And then I sat down and I really thought about it and looked for the positive in that whole incident. And so I've been navigating that. I've been getting him to read the books he was going to sell and to do summaries and to read the poems together, 2 poems per day. Today he read 3 actually, and we discussed those poems. And yeah, one of the books is Be Motivated. So we go paragraph by paragraph, like 10 paragraphs a day, 8 paragraphs, depends. And then another one is Tales from the Grassland or from the Forest Land, something like that. And so he reads 2 stories or 1 story and does a summary and talks to me about it and we discuss it. And there have really been good stories and stuff. But he's 11 and a half, so he's distracted. So you have to be there and all of those things. And today, Saturday, he had to do laundry. The young man wore 5 uniforms this week. Oh my goodness. And he has many uniforms because, well, his brothers, they've given him uniforms. So I think he has like 8 uniforms. I kept some away and gave him 4. But he managed to find where I kept it and he took 1 more. So I had to make sure that he washes those uniforms, washes all his clothes today. Because, it was an I wash some today and then I wash some in the evening, I wash some tomorrow. I'm like, nah. All this morning, if you send him to go and put the trash on the road, you have to stand in front of the gate to make sure he goes and puts that trash there and comes right back to the house. If not, he will just go and go. So you have to see all he's doing. And then later we went to the office and then I got a call that my mom is not feeling too good. So I had to come to my mom's place. And so that means that I had to leave him free to go to the house. That was not my intention, but I could not bring him here to my mom's place. Just going to be another distraction here. Only for the young man to go home and then take the association phone, get onto WhatsApp, and has the guts to act to send me a WhatsApp and say, please for credit or please for transfer. And I'm like, hey. So I just read a post a sister wrote and said, what gets you going when you're down? It's not really like I'm down, but I'm just like, well, okay, I'm pulling through. And I'm actually happy that I didn't travel out of town today. I was invited to a memorial for a cousin who died, and the wife is my classmate, or I don't know, the widow. Oh my goodness. So I would have gone, but I mean, I explained to the mom, and I was like, this thing with Gabi, I really want to be here for him. And if I leave him alone this morning, there's no guarantee he's going to wash those clothes. And all his siblings are going for Saturday morning classes. And then by the time I come back in the evening, and I cannot be bringing him to Limbe, that will be distraction. And he really has to know he's being punished. So she was like, yeah, it's okay, don't come, we understand. And then so I didn't also want to bring him to Bonaberry. I don't want him to come and be a distraction here and to be all over the place. Only for the young man to go and take the phone and send me. He really has the guts. Send me a message and say, please for credit. And when I say, you have had to, and then he just replies me, okay, oh, I have heard. Like I'm really his girlfriend, or even less than his girlfriend. So, I mean, I laugh about that now because I don't want to get stressed about that. What am I going to do? I cannot start shouting, what are you doing that phone? How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. No. The truth is that I also told him, when he asked me if he could play a game, and one way of keeping him at home was to let him play games so that he doesn't have to go into the hood. Because even if the big siblings stay in the house, 1 minute of distraction, he's gone. So at least with that one, I know he's going to stay home. I hope. And anyway, I have other ways of punishing him. I told him, if you don't stay home 1 day out, 1 minute out, is just one more day of punishment with me. And any money of yours with me, I'm just going to cut it. When you tell him you're cutting his money, that one is triple punishment. So yeah, I'm here and I'm waiting for backup. I've told my first son to come because normally he comes, but he had school this morning. So, finding that balance is not easy. And sometimes we don't have these conversations because we think, oh, well, those are private conversations. Everybody has stuff and stuff. Yeah, well, everybody deals with their own stuff the way they want to deal with their own stuff. As long as it helps you move on. Like I was watching something on Harry and stuff, and some of those headlines or titles, they just already tell me they're just going to bash this young man another time, and some other ones are praising, and I'm like, whatever, everybody's opinion is their opinion. He did what he did, and he sat down with his wife. I mean, he could as well not sit down for that interview, and he could as well not go for the funeral, but he went, whether he was snubbed or not, whatever, blood is blood, and so at the end of the day, like people should just try their best to find something that works for them. What were we calling an approach that works for them, a strategy, and all of that. It's not a matter of showing face and having a good name and all the claps. I mean, I watched a Gold Coast on Mariah Carey and how she had a very challenging relationship with her mom, although they made up before her mom passed or whatsoever, and all of that. So like someone said on some post on Facebook, look, every family got their beef, they got their issues, everybody has their struggles, like I once said. So you're not alone. And this is still all about mental health for me, right? Like, stop thinking that whatever you're going through is the biggest thing that anybody has ever gone through in life, and there's no way out, there's no solution. I have to go and put on the lights outside. It's been long since I was the child around and to be doing all the things and everything. I even had to go and put the trash, throw it in the big trash on the road, like from here to the big road there and back is like 3 kilometers, pushing the wheelbarrow. That was something I last did like 20 or more years ago. I mean, but it was some good spots for me. And had Gabi not done what he did, I wouldn't even have wanted to do a live video, because I'm like, I just want to be present and just sit here and just, hold space for mom and all of those kind of things. But yeah, I'm also a mom, and I'm like, it wasn't expected. I didn't plan to spend the night over, so I'm not going to do that. But I just want to make sure that there's somebody around with her and all of that. And I process all of these things in my brain, and I want to put it out there. I don't want to internalize them. I don't want to feel any way about them for too long. I want to talk about them and then move on, or face them, cope with them. And be encouraged myself, in my own experiences, and put it out there. You never know who also needs to hear that, or who is also going through stuff and they're thinking, okay, so what's next? And then they'll be like, hey, Maria Banga can also go through that, and she's sharing that. Then that means that. So I just want to keep it brief. This thing, each time saliva touches it, I tried to eat pineapple today. It was like, oh my goodness. It's not easy, but at least the good thing is that it's not because somebody is calling my name that I'm biting my lips. It's a lot of anxiety and all of those things, and with school, and I had to put out calls for participants on my project proposal, and I didn't know how that was going to be received, but I already have a good number by now. I'm just so grateful. It's going to be interesting. So you see, life, you always have to juggle. You always have to find a balance, and all of those things. And which friend are you dropping? Which one are you leveling? Which relationship are you dropping? Which one are you keeping? Which one are you shifting? All of that. What are you doing with your hair, your nose, your all of? Don't feel terrible that you are in that situation, which is kind of like a dilemma, and you have to try to find a balance between being a mom and a daughter, and all of those things. So that's just what I wanted to share, and just kind of like encourage anybody going through any juggling moment in their lives, trying to find the balance and all of those things. You're not alone. I'm just right there. And well, the most important thing is serenity and discernment. I pray for those every day. So let me go and put on the big lights, and then God bless us all.